Welcome to True Jamaica Buzz News and Entertainment with a Buzz. Just imagine you working very hard in the cold, sleet and storm in the United States. Build up your place in Jamaica. Say that when you finish working, your hard work, you're going to come back and retire in Jamaica. Or even if you just want to come back on a little vacation, staycation, to enjoy yourself, for kind of de-stress. You fix up your place, build your place, put in your furniture, put up your CCTV, ring alarm system, one of those. And then when you look, you get a notification, you get an alert that an individual is in your house. So people, if you look at the screen, the picture that you see on the screen right here is of a young man that is from Trelawney. His name is Twain Campbell. I am going to show you a couple of videos with Twain Campbell inside the people and place, and then I am going to go from there. So that is Twain inside the people and house, a Santa. I go on like say him pay rent or him own the premises as if he is the owner. I am going to show you a couple of other videos where it seems as if he also had a co-conspirator that was there for rob down the people in place. Take a listen, take a look, and then I'll give my piece. So people, you saw the video with the criminal inside the people house. Look like him take off him clothes. Look like he thought that he was home, he was relaxing, chilling and relaxing. I showed you the videos of persons outside. Don't look like the same individual that was in the inside of the house. I am going to show you these individuals trying to pry off the people grill. Take a listen, take a look to the edited, speeded up version of that video, and then I'll give my piece. So people, you saw the speed up version, edited version of the video. Just so that I don't waste too much time on specific videos. So like I said, the culprit in the people house, his name is Twain Campbell. Twain Campbell is from Trelawney. This incident took place in a Discovery Bay that is in St. Ann, just up the road. The trick to this, or the funny thing to this, is that Mr. Campbell is out on bail. Mr. Campbell was reporting on that specific day on his condition of bail. How do we know that? It is because when the police them come by the premises and him take for himself, he left the book in which the police sign and he signs every day that he reports to the police station. So we can just assume is either he is going to give up himself to the police, turning himself to the police, or he is going to be on the run after being on bail for stealing. Back at it one more again, repeat offender. Moral of the story is this: it is very disheartening when you build your house, build upon your property, and you make it to be your dream home, retirement home. And then when you're overseas, I work hard on the job, you get a notification. Somebody are tear down your place, somebody in your premises. Talk about violation. That is why when the police hold on to these individuals, they should not give them a second chance to make a first impression, meaning that they should take them out on spot. Be the judge, the jury, and the, most importantly, executioner. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, it is called WTF. If it isn't one thing, then it's the next thing in a Jamaica. Jamaica coming like a Netflix series. And the latest news is that a tiger cub is on the loose. Tiger cub escaped from the relevant authority, apparently. Some people from Honduras or a next nation and a Jamaican were spotted on a boat with about 12 parrots, about 4 monkey, and what person said was a tiger cub. However, it is not a tiger cub. I am going to let the relevant authority explain everything in intricate details, and then I am going to give my piece. Take a listen, take a look.
A small boat with an unusual catch. The Jamaica Defense Force JDF Coast Guard made the discovery sometime after midnight on Wednesday in St. Elizabeth.
We have in our possession 4 white-faced capuchin monkeys. One of them actually is deceased. And we have the 12 parrots, 2 different species. And we're looking to lay multiple charges under the Endangered Species Act to these individuals who were held. That is ongoing. The investigation is ongoing.
3 men have been arrested for smuggling the exotic animals, 1 Jamaican and 2 Hondurans. The National Environment and Planning Agency, NEPA, Veterinary Services Division, as well as Jamaica Customs are part of the multi-agency team investigating the incident.
These animals were supposedly coming from Central America. And, it means, therefore, that there's a market here in Jamaica for it. Preliminary investigation suggests, this might not even be the first time such thing has happened, but it's definitely one of the first times we've held persons in transit with these animals.
As for what was initially thought to be a missing tiger cub,
it was actually confirmed to be an ocelot, but it was a kitten about a month old after speaking with the persons who they held. So this will be about the size of a little kitten. But somehow that animal, before daybreak, somehow they suspect it probably escaped from the makeshift cage it was in while it was on the dock or somewhere. And so, your guess is as good as mine as what could have happened to it. So we are imploring the public to keep an eye out.
An ocelot is a spotted wildcat that's a little bigger than a house cat. It's feared the cub may have been eaten by crocodiles, but this has not been confirmed. As for the state of the animals, one of the monkeys has since died. NEPA says the other animals are currently being quarantined out of fear of the spread of disease.
So under the Endangered Species Act, they can be charged up to $2 million per count. And we anticipate that there will be multiple counts for the mere fact that there are several animals involved, there are several species involved. We are also obligated under an international body called the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species, CITES, which lists various animals that are globally threatened and provide certain protection for their trade.
Krista Campbell, TVJ News.
So people, there you have it for yourself. If I told you, you would say, hold on a minute. Yeah, tell me, say a tiger cub is loose in Jamaica. People goat, people sheep, people are going to lose them life. Well, people, the relevant authority explains to you exactly what it is. He is even saying that maybe crocodile hold on to it and yam it off. Or maybe one of the relevant authority actually took it by mistake. I don't know. So we see, say, them find 12 parrots, 4 monkey. One of the monkey, I guess, when he realized where he was at, him I said, them really carry me come to Jamaica. Me can't deal with the tough life. Me I go take one myself. Just a joke, kind of distasteful. So people, there you have it. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, it is called, don't do the crime if you cannot do the time. If you are not ready to deal with the consequences of the crime that you do, it is going to come back and haunt you. The individual picture that you see on the screen is of a man that is a suspect in a murder that was taking place on or about March 10th of 2025. He is also responsible for knifing up a man in a Spanish town, came to downtown. I am assuming he is one of those loader men. The person that he knifed up on the 10th of March 2025 is a man, government name Godfrey Kemar Myrie. Picture on the screen as I speak. Him knife up Mr. Myrie and then take away himself. The police was looking for him. The family members were demanding justice. A couple of days ago, Mr. Myrie's funeral was kept. While his family member won't say who were at the church for his final send-off paying their respect, one of the family members got a call that the police hold or held the suspect in a New Kingston. He was held in a gully in a New Kingston, just like one of those gully fish. Now, people, if you look on the man picture, like I said, him look like a madman. Not that he was the most handsome fella known to man, but me just say, this is the consequence when you stab up people in a Spanish town, go downtown, and then you do the same thing over and over. It seems as if you do not learn from your mistake. It is habitual, repeat offender. So him stab up people, can't go back to him yard, can't go back where he lives. In a gully in a New Kingston, a hide call it home. And then people see him and call the police on him. Don't know if somebody recognize him or they just call the police. When the police make a check, run him background, run the picture, run him files, realize that he was a suspect in at least 2 takeaways, included that of Godfrey Myrie. People at the end of the day, like I said, these people, because of anger management problem, can't control them anger. And what is even worse, these loadermen and these extortionists act like them give people stuff for put on. I think that Mr. Godfrey was a minibus conductor, sorry, don't quote me on it. So it seems as if there was some arguments and the suspect did not like what he heard. Him juke up the man a couple of times and take for himself. While the family members were at the funeral final send-off for Mr. Godfrey, that was when they got a call that it seems as if justice is going to be served. That man was held. Isn't it ironic? The same day in which they are sending away Mr. Myrie is the same day in which the suspect was held. Talk about karma, point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, it seems as if your prime minister is bragging he is popping his collar. As it pertains to the JSF and their achievements in getting rid of some of the most notorious criminals. He was talking at a news conference the other day and he spoke about that 14-year-old child that lost her life in Olympic Gardens, I think. He put up a $2 million bounty. He is also bragging about his Jamaica ICE system. I want you to take a look at exactly what your prime minister has to say, and then I'll give my piece.
This is not just about the number of cameras. It is about the type and quality of surveillance we are deploying. I don't want to say too much about what we have, because some things you have to just keep it. But it is important to let the criminals know, we see you, we know you, we can find you, and we will reach out and touch you. So the cameras have license plate recognition. They can scan and capture license plates in real time. So this will allow us to detect stolen vehicles. Stolen vehicles, we know that there are pockets of gangs around the area that are involved in the stolen vehicle trade. We're going to find you and we're going to break up your gang. These are fixed high definition cameras and they are mounted at critical junctions. So they are focused on schools and public spaces, public buildings, and they provide constant visibility. So they're not off sometime and on sometime. These are the latest cameras. And I'll say a few words about that. So these have 99% uptime. They are very energy efficient and you're dealing with the best technology. And these cameras have the ability to pan, tilt, and zoom. So from within the control center, it's not just fixed at a location. The operator can tilt the camera and move it and zoom in. And with artificial intelligence, though I shouldn't say all of what we have.
Now, people, I have to be very careful what I say when I speak about their prime minister, not my prime minister. Let me make it very clear, disclaimer. I would never vote for the PNP. I would never vote for the JLP. I would rather to vote for a random goat. So therefore, what I am going to say is based on my opinion. It has nothing to do with me being a PNP. I am not. I have never voted in America. I have never voted in Jamaica. Don't plan to vote, none of them. It might sound a little bit ignorant, but because I don't see the choices in which fulfill what I am looking for, I would rather to pass. So anyways, you hear Andrew Holness brag about the Jamaica Eye system and what he's going to do. He is going to implement it in some of those garrison notorious areas. And they are going to be watching these people. And they are going to be making sure that these criminal elements, if they are caught in the act, is taken to book, they will get the justice that they truly deserve. Well, people, I am going to give you a case study once again. In a place called Mandeville, Manchester, there was a crime that was committed, specifically murder. A youth was taken away. He was taken away right under the CCTV system that was supposed to be connected to the Jamaica Eye. However, when they run the camera couldn't run because the camera was not on. So I say this to say that, yes, it is all good and well that you install these cameras. However, in a Mandeville, Manchester, maybe a couple of months ago, when them run and do a survey, they realize that 75% was not working. That means 25% at least was working. That is epic failure. And all because the bills were not paid and there was nobody, no company that monitored it. So I say this to say that that means that somebody get a big money, big food, bribery to install these cameras. However, there was no foresight to make sure they were maintained, make sure that the bills were paid. So I say this to say that if you want to know what is going to happen in the future, just simply look back into the past. Look at the reputation. Look at the MO of people that are doing this stuff. So yes, it is all good and well that you install them, but if you're not going to monitor it, if you're not going to make sure you service it, if you're not going to pay the bills, it is only for somebody to make a big food, only for it to be a failure once again. Is that what is going to happen in the future like what happened in the past? If I was a betting man, I would say yes. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, it seems as if the killers out there, they are making up for that one day, 24 hours in which nobody lost their life in the whole of Jamaica. And the latest victim is Frances Britannia. She is said to be from Junction, St. Elizabeth. However, she lost her life in a Mandeville, Manchester area. Based on the information, it is said that at about 1 a.m. in the morning, she was at the back of the establishment on the screen as I speak. When loud explosions were heard, people run back there, summons the police. She was rushed to the hospital, however, too late is the call. Now, people, based on the information, it seems as if she was once a dancehall queen known as Chicken. Don't know what happened in her life, because if you look at this establishment, you have to ask yourself, how much people can this liquor place hold? How much money can the owner of that place be making to even pay some employees such as Chicken? So it seems as if Chicken led or lived a desperate life. Chicken was pretty much struggling. Truth and the fact is that when it comes to these strip joint massage places in Jamaica, thin line between strip joint, massage parlor, and FUCK shop. A lot of these young ladies that are employed are doing the dancing, but they're also doing the dirty. Is it the case as it pertains to Chicken? Me not really know. However, whomever she used to dance for or do the dirty for, they will have to find a new client or a new stripper, because this girl is gone, unfortunately. It just shows you the type of lifestyle. These ladies, it is not as if they are making a whole bunch of cash. However, them live desperate and then them DEAD like a dog in the street. Very unfortunate situation. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. Bless up.